Okay, so I'm calling the meeting to order at 7:03 p.m. Is anybody willing to do minutes this time?
I can't find my cards.
I'm having a rough week
Okay.
coming up. I'm not
Thanks, Carol.
I'm not gonna have 2 minutes in the upcoming week.
No, no,
Right? Because we have an EOC thing,
Yeah.
right? That's
Thank
Thursday
you.
night?
Yeah,
Colleen,
Thursday
for
night.
volunteering.
I'm covering at the school
Appreciate your back.
Thursday in Gardner. Yeah, it's gonna be a rough
Running
week for me.
around.
And then,
So what was it, 7:03?
7:03.
Yes. Thanks.
and then next week we have the Rutland Clinic.
Oh, was there a sign up for that?
No,
Or is it Tuesday?
no, it's on a Saturday. So there's I sent out, so it should be in your box, your email box.
All right.
I sent out the notice and the flyer, so if you wanted to choose to put it out, you're still taking, it's COVID and flu.
So this
Okay.
coming Saturday?
No, November 5th.
Okay. All
And
right.
it's both. It's COVID and flu?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I
I
didn't
finally
see.
got the final word on it. I've been trying to chase it down for a couple of weeks now.
Okay, so the sign up hasn't come out yet.
The sign up is out there.
It is?
Yes,
Okay,
but
I didn't
Peggy
see
is
it.
handling it and she wanted to see how many were gonna sign up for it.
Okay.
So when she hit a certain number, then she called me to set up volunteers.
Gotcha.
So that's where we're at. But I've been waiting for a couple of weeks trying to chase it down.
All right,
Is
so
that-
I'll wait to
that's like
see.
our
I meant
COVID-19
to
update, I
sign up
guess?
for
Yeah, we're
volunteers.
skipping right
Yeah,
into
I guess
that.
we're just skipping right
That
around
went
here.
out today.
Oh, it
He
did
was
go out
talking-
today,
Yeah,
okay.
I just sent it
I
out
didn't really
today.
write much down, but
All right,
That's okay. Here.
I can probably sign up for that one.
COVID and flu for Rutland, 11:05. They need volunteers.
Yeah.
Maybe. So.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to step back to item 2 of review the previous meeting minutes.
We were good once again.
Do you remember when the meeting started? I didn't write it down.
It was pretty much on time.
All right. Maybe like 7:01 p.m.
Yeah.
meeting minutes, pretty much on time. Okay.
Will it
7 p.m.
You can write that on everyone.
7:01.
7:01.
We write that
something
tonight,
like that.
pretty much on time.
Yeah. Okay. And so I guess I sent the minutes out. Has everybody had a chance to review them?
Yep.
All right, great. Any corrections?
Not that I
Good
saw.
to me.
Yeah, good to me.
All right. So do I hear a motion to approve the minutes as
Motion.
written?
I'll second.
Can you get all that? So I
Yeah.
don't-
Well-
tonight. All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, great. Okay. All right, now to go back to the COVID-19, there's a flu/COVID clinic set up for Rutland,
Rutland.
November 5th.
Right.
And
There's
we-
also another one that's going to be at Narragansett School on the 15th.
And November 15th at Narragansett
Correct.
School.
And I don't know anything about the sign up. I just know that they contacted me and said that they were going to have one. CHC is sponsoring it, so they usually have plenty.
Okay.
So that's a COVID and flu vaccine as well.
Yeah, the president got his on TV today.
Yeah, I saw that.
His shot. The president got his on TV today.
Oh,
Yeah, the RSV is super high in adults as well as children. And interestingly, there's 100,000 adults are hospitalized a year with RSV, while 60,000 are pediatric cases. So we only hear about pediatric, but it's the
Yeah.
adult cases.
And the adult cases are mostly 50 and over, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's the dangerous age too.
Yeah.
Very young and the very old. It's kind of like they
These
literally were calling
pneumonia.
it a triple demic with
Yes.
the RSV, the flu, and COVID
Yep.
combined. It's going
And
to be
then
a
throw a
rough.
few others in there.
Yeah, it'll be
Yeah.
a rough winter, but Oh, well.
Okay.
Get your vaccines.
Right.
Yeah, got my flu shot.
Under MPHN, I had Gabby do some investigating, and the nursing retainer of 1,000, which we in June had voted to only pay for half. Actually, we'll go from January 1 through December 31st, so we need to pay the whole thing.
Oh,
So I need to, I would like to make, because the
So it's
annual assessment,
So
which
it's
we,
$1,000.
yes, and we were only going to pay 500 for 6 months. However, it's January.
January passed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
All right.
therefore, we will. I make a motion to pay the fullest nursing retainer of $1,000. And of course, we had already approved our annual assessment, but we will reapprove it tonight for the town based on our population is $600. And so that's a bill to be paid, which is overdue. And it came out during June when Mallory was no longer in the office every day. And so it just sat. And we got a new updated bill September 8th. And before we paid it, I had Gabby investigate into it. So my motion is to pay $1,600 to MPHN for the 2022 year. Do I have a second?
A second. Or
Right. So all in favor?
Aye.
The reason we need the nursing service is to provide, in case there's any, what they call MAVEN cases for TB or anything of that nature. As of
Reportable
right,
diseases.
yes, and as of right now, we haven't received any reports that we've had any between,
Yeah, just those couple of TB.
but they were last year, which is what drew us to my conclusion of not wanting to use their service because they never gave us a report and told us that there was cases in town, and they should be. So somehow from this point forward, when we're paid up, we're working with Gabby to set up an auto email thing that once a month it automatically asks for an update. I think you can do that. Or she can put it on the whiteboard, send email, you know?
Yeah.
We'll set up a system so that we ask, because they haven't been good about having their staff send us reports. So I think we just have to do it the other way around for the short term. All right?
So you said it's 1,600?
Yeah, it's total 1,600.
Oh, the nursing retainer was 1,000.
Correct, the
Okay,
annual
and then
assessment.
assessment was 600, okay.
Yeah.
I just thought the whole thing was 1,000.
No.
Okay.
That's, so, 10, 25, 22. Okay. All right. There was a PHE Zoom meeting on Wednesday, October 19th from 10:30 to about 12. And the purpose of this Department of Public Health Zoom meeting was to talk about the surveys that we've been completing, part 1 and part 2, the capacity assessment, which was so long, and then phase 2 that you just finished. It was the workforce survey. There will be a third one of document list that's going to be sent out the week of November 4th. And what this is all for is the different groups, such as MPHN that we're a member of, can be allocated, it's in the 6 figures of grant monies to then be used, but they want information about the different communities in each of these groups before it's approved. They also had people from UMass Chan Medical Schools speaking about the focus on promoting health equity and the survey that had been done about the Massachusetts COVID-19. It was done in 2020 to inform the DPH of, and 33,000 people were interviewed or contacted around the state so that they could find out how much, how many people were getting vaccinated, what information they had, and so on. They also had another speaker, Cheryl Sabera from MAHB, Massachusetts Association of Health Boards, describing how the MAHB provides legal education, tech assistance, and training to everyone in the state. So if we need tech assistance and training and any legal advice on anything that we perceive as a operational problem in our town between us and the rest of the town or anything like that, without having to pay the town lawyer, counselor for anything, we can go to them. And they will help advise us under
And
their
it's just
program.
COVID-related things?
Nope, anything.
Oh.
So is every health board automatically a member of this MAHD?
You have to pay a fee.
You have to pay an annual fee,
No.
but that fee would probably still be cheaper than hiring the legal counselor in town, potentially,
If we had to.
if we had to.
Yeah.
If there was something that came up. In some city, this is more for big towns or little towns that had joined a regional health system that now they're not happy with, and because there has been some of that down around New Bedford, supposedly.
And what's the initials on that again?
MAHB, Massachusetts Association of Health Boards.
They also have like the manual and everything else for health boards on their website. They got a lot of stuff on the website.
So,
So if you've got an hour to kill,
I wish.
but anyhow, and then we have an email address, which I wrote everything down. They were supposed to send out a summary of all of this to people who attended. So far, I haven't received one, but yeah. They also have, I guess maybe that's what you were referring to, a legal handbook for
Yeah.
boards of health. Yeah. Grants from the DPH provide the funds for MAHB, as well as there are membership dues. Right. More details about the various people working on that group. There's some new programs that are going to be coming out. An ethics series program, which will be a webinar that we can have all board members attend. And another one is on PFAS, which is a kind of plastic that doesn't break down, and they're now suspecting it's everywhere in our water and everything. And of course, you get enough of that and you get cancer. The next PHE meeting/presentation is November 16th at 10:30 a.m. So the email that I got was from Steve Curry, who is the chairperson of our MPHN group, out of Fitchburg. He sent it, and then it goes to all the membership towns. And since even though we haven't paid our bill, we're a membership town, soon to be in good standing. Then he sends those emails. So that's this quick summary of, I really just was writing down people's names and contact information and a variety of some quick summary of what they did. They did have lots of slides and go over a lot of details, a lot of which we already know because we are working on all these things. So that was good news. We're working on those things. Anything else on COVID-19 or other flus or RSV or anything else that's coming out? I haven't heard any.
New
The-
Omicron,
Yes,
there's a new one.
there's another deviant.
Yep.
Yeah, there's gonna be.
BA 1.1 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not even paying attention anymore.
Haven't heard any more about monkeypox numbers in a week or two. So I guess they must be diminishing because they've kind of gone
They're
out of
still-
the news.
They're still vaccinating for that too, when they
Correct.
find people that are at risk, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
If you want to track all this stuff on Tuesday mornings, there is a Maven webinar, and anybody can sit in on it, and they go over all the latest and greatest infectious disease of the week.
Okay.
So,
All right.
Nice.
Scary.
Again, on Tuesdays, right? And it's always Tuesday.
11 a.m.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Like
Um,
one day.
Why don't you start sending me that link?
Okay.
Not that I'll do it necessarily, but
The
I'd like
option
to
is
have
nice.
the option there, or if someone else inquires, I can forward it to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead. Yep.
So I'm trying to still coordinate as much as I can for things through everything. In the past, of course, we depended on Mallory to do all that coordination. So, anyways. Okay, Title V reports. We have one from 44 Simons Hill Road, Jonathan and Sue Gardner, and it passes. And we'll just do a quick look-see at all of this. Nice diagram. All right, can pass it that way.
You didn't have a chance to look up the 10 Dogwood Road south.
The what?
10 Dogwood South.
No.
There's the septic plan. No. I should come in someday and rifle through myself. Are we allowed to do that?
Yeah.
Yes. Everyone comes in, they check in with the clerk, and I have asked her to keep a running list of who looks at paperwork, but, you know, septic installers and everything else, you know, look at old plans and things of that nature,
Yeah.
you know.
And they're not allowed to take anything out with them, right? It has to
No.
all stay here. Maybe they
Yeah.
can make a copy, but they can't.
Correct.
Take it
And a
out.
lot of people nowadays with cell phones and
Just take
just
a
take a
picture.
picture.
Yeah.
And that makes life a lot easier than running a copying machine
Yeah.
for some of this.
Okay.
Okay. I have not heard anything about any water tests, so we'll just keep it on there. Septic hauler. Look for the form. Here it is. Which is this one? Okay, that's it. Septic hauler, Jeff Helgerson in Charlton. I'm pretty sure he's,
That's the one
Did
on
he do
here.
that? Yeah, he did
Yeah.
that one.
yeah, and so he paid his fee. And it's been stamped. That's good. Somebody showed her where the stamp was, so we're moving forward here. And he's in Carlton, and he's got his liability attached. Perfect. So I make a motion that we approve septic hauler Jeff D. Helgerson excavating.
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All right. And we sign it. Yeah, and let me explain that.
The zombies will come back at us.
No, they don't. Okay, you're vice chair, right?
Yes.
So you get to sign that line. Okay. Excuse me. So, because the
Is
police...
this, somebody else sign it here?
Yeah, passed around. Sign off. Basically, the permit for the Halloween party sponsored by the police department is a one-day permit. There's no fee to be paid, but under our guidelines of, serving food to the public, because they will be reheating back up in the past, and I think it's going to happen again this year. Rieta Ranch donates, cooks the hot dogs, brings them over the day of October 31st, but then they go into a water bath and are brought back up to good, hot temperatures. So for that, under Board of Health food guidelines, we issue them a one-day permit, no fee. Fee is waived typically. And then I have donated my service as a food manager, my ServSafe manager, and I go and I'm there for a while to make sure everything looks good. I don't necessarily stay the entire time, but I am there and I volunteer to be their ServSafe person on site. And then that way, everything is covered.
So it's the police department? I thought it was,
Yes, this one is the police department.
okay.
Now, some years the Lions Club also
gonna
brings
say.
their truck over and sets up at the edge of the parking lot as well, and gives
hot
away
chocolate.
free hot cider and chocolate and something else, donuts or something.
Yeah.
In the past. I don't know if they're doing that this year.
Yeah.
They've passed all their inspections. They don't need another permit. So if they come, great. If not, I am asking on behalf, and I just did check with Nancy, the clerk, and that they are going to do that this year. And so I will be there next Monday evening for a while and volunteer my time and make sure it's all, everything's set up properly. for
That's
food.
October, so next Monday
Is
is
Halloween, yeah.
Okay.
And the block party is from 4 to 8, so usually about 4:15 or so they start serving the hot dogs, and they're free. They're given out free.
Yep.
So
Is the
No,
trick or treat in
they
Main
have-
Street?
they have trick or treating in Hubbardston.
Are we
next-
doing this intersections?
CERT hasn't, police department have not contacted us. So at this point,
Well, we have a new chief, right?
yeah, but at this point, as far as I know, there'll be nobody at the side,
Corners.
at the corners.
Yeah. Well, let me know if they want us, because,
Oh.
I look forward to that every year, and I like to do that, but if they don't want us, then,
I'm not sure they don't want us and our help. It's just like this permit, I'm making sure it's done.
yeah.
They don't know enough to ask.
Well, maybe they don't this year.
Yeah.
So I
Because
mean,
there's
I
been a
had sent
change.
an email asking if they were gonna do it, did not get a response, and made a physical phone call today to make sure that,
Yeah.
things, just to keep things
Yeah.
moving forward, everybody be on the same page.
I noticed that nobody asked us to do the 5K race either this year, which I did.
So,
But-
They haven't been contacting us at all. So, and, Dennis put out a couple inquiries and got crickets, so that's the way it stands at this present time. They're not using CERT. They might be using senior Boy Scouts, which would be a great, they're
Oh.
young, they can,
that would be nice.
yeah, that would be good, but I haven't heard anything about that either.
Okay, well, let me know.
All right,
Oh, I don't know if they were.
Oh.
I'll just sign them now.
another one, huh?
So, I would like to make a motion that we issue the one-day permit or event permit for the Halloween block party sponsored by the police department on October 31st.
I'll second that one too.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Perfect, thank you. I'm just, like I said, I know there's been a lot of things going on and I just want to keep everything done as it should be done as much as possible. So there we go. All right. That's under old business, the bylaw updates, you said.
I have them in my house.
Okay, you're working on them. Judy's working.
Hidden at Judy's house.
No, they're in the sunroom, right there on the table.
Judy is working on them.
All right.
That sounds bad.
The cannabis odor complaint. Okay, I typed up a draft letter, which I didn't get out to people. I pray that I've got it here with me.
Is the planning board working on this also?
I reached out to them and finally got an email. I put it in here. I swear I put it in here and then probably turned it sideways. Got an email from Chris to, oh gosh, I'm not as organized as I thought I was.
We can relate.
Not enough time in the day to organize yourself.
I know. I have my desk with stuff scattered all over.
Come on, Kathy, where did I leave this? Thought I stuck it all in. Somewhere's in here.
And from the little bit of research I've done, it sounds like this cannabis, the odor from these growers, is a pretty common thing and a pretty common complaint with the areas around where the growers are. And there hasn't been a whole lot of success with mitigating the stench of skunk.
There is an air filtration system that can be put in, and if my memory serves right, part of that system is they do something with, maybe it's bubbling the air through a solution that contains hydrogen, baking soda, to absorb the smell, and then the air can exit the building where it's being
Aren't some of
dried and
these
stuff.
outside growers in Hubbardston? They're
Yes,
growing
but
outside.
he's not, he would have a short window of harvest and then it's processed somewhere else. Okay, I did type
So
a draft
I don't know
letter.
anything about it. It doesn't smell while it's growing.
Not really.
It only smells once they harvest and process
During
it.
the harvest time is the biggest time of odor.
And that happens indoors. And the processing of it. I don't know. See, I don't know enough about marijuana agricultural issues. All I know is that.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Well, I do feel bad for the people that have to deal with it. It's not right. And what do we have, 12 complaints?
Okay,
What?
12 complaints?
yeah, in excess of 12.
In excess of
Excess
12
of 12.
complaints about the odor, yeah.
Those are official,
Darn.
right?
Yes, and the latest was the odor was noticed again. It was mostly the end of July and early August and through August, and then 3 weeks ago there was odor again, but it was short-lived. One day, I guess.
Maybe it was really a skunk.
I've only picked up the whiff like once driving through because I'm on the wrong end of town.
Yeah.
I apologize. I really thought I had put that in here. I drafted a rough draft letter, which obviously now I need to just send it to you guys
Yep.
in the email. I printed 5 copies and everything. Okay, take a deep breath, Kathy. Basically, it was without the name of the owners on it, but to address the odor complaint. So that we received 12 end of July through August, and just found out today I had another complaint noting that there was additional day 3 weeks ago in early October, and that the odor tainted the air about a half a mile around from, you know, the Gardner Road locations, and that the second part was that the Board of Health has the right to deal with odors under the DEP, and it's all in the letter which you
Okay.
can cite, so you don't have to write everything down.
Okay.
The DEP gives the Board of Health the authority to deal with odor issues, and under Article 22.1 in the bylaws, that these operations cannot cause, one of the things they're not to interfere with is odors in the community. In our own bylaws that were passed back when the marijuana bylaw was put in, 2019 maybe? I'm not sure the exact date it was approved by the town at the town meeting. And that was that's where we're coming from, that we don't want to have odor in 2023. We would give them 20 business days to respond to our letter, with a letter saying how they're going to abate this problem in 2023, because this was part of, under their special permit, what they agreed to.
Who issues the permit?
It was issued through the town and the planning board and stuff. Special permits are issued through the planning board. However, we have jurisdiction under the odor section of the complaint. And we could then potentially we can then join with the planning board and the selectmen and revoke their permit, which we don't really want to do because we want business in town. We just don't want the odor.
Right.
And so that's going to be step one. I apologize, we'll have to wait till the next meeting to approve the letter as a board. But I did draft one.
Okay.
And I have reached out and started email communication with Chris Monroe from the planning board to get more of his thoughts about it. And he has responded. So we're just started to emails on that. So that's that's one of the other action items on that plan. Okay? All right. Public health nurse position. Any leads?
I did plug it into the newsletter, which goes out to 693 people.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw it come out.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for doing that. Keep that open. Now,
I'll plug it again.
thank you. Emphasize that we can work with the nurse as to flexible hours, I guess, is one of the things that might be a nice benefit.
Right, right.
It's flexible hours. That's all I can think of.
If you're coming up on retirement, it's a great little
Yes, I
couple
mean,
hours a month.
Right.
3 to 4 hours a month. That's
right.
So there is somebody that
no.
still
I
isn't.
posted.
I threw it out
Okay.
to
On the
all my
MRC
nurses.
email.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I asked Gabby to give me a list of all the open septic folders in her file cabinet. And some of these, like 9 High Street, 32 High Street,
I got their mail the other day.
Yeah, a number of them have 28 Chippewa, that's a newer one, but some of the others have already closed. And I made a complete list just so that we now can go back through and determine why they haven't been filed away, even though I know 9 High Street and 32 High Street are completed.
They could be on top of that cabinet.
So, in any case.
When I started looking at all the stuff the other day,
Okay,
there's a lot of filing
that needs to be
that
completed.
needs to be done.
All right. So we do have, based on the last minute's meeting agenda, those are the current open cases that I'm aware of. And
So none of these are closed?
so this
Technically.
open list is everything, but
But
the
no-
ones listed were perks. They're the new ones that have now been given to Phil Ledger
Okay.
to be done. Okay. So that's why the list is so long today. I have not taken time to sit with Gabby and because basically there used to be a checklist. When everything was done on that checklist of what needed to be done, it was the file was then
Yeah.
deemed to be done, and then it would go into file cabinets. And so this is gonna get us going on getting that all done. Okay. Food inspections. I completed Giacomo's Deli today, and also the Pizza Palace, and there's no issues. And last Monday morning I did the Hubbardston Market, so I've done 3 this week for the commercial fall inspections, and we'll get to the rest of them next week. And I will be doing the Rod and Gun Club when they host early November, I forget the exact date, in the evening. They're doing a meat raffle thing because I wanted to the last couple times I've done inspections there, it's an empty kitchen, not in operation. So I wanted to do one, and I spoke with Lynn at the Rod and Gun Club that I wanted to come when they're actually doing something and see how they handle things, because it's fine the way everything is set up. When it's closed, it's clean as a whistle, but I wanted to see them in operation. And she understood that, and I forget the exact day. It's sometime in the first week in November that they're doing it. So hopefully, and she was okay with that. If I, just come over and check things then. So that's the plan on that. Under open complaints, we had one.
Was that trash or overfill?
It was both.
Where is that? I can picture it, but I
Over
can't.
by the pizza place.
It's
That's-
no,
no, that's not
This
Planet
one
Eight.
is next to the what's the pallet company?
Oh, okay, that's where it is, yeah.
Sorry, Planet Aid.
Yeah.
So I asked Gabby
I
to
know I can-
contact that organization to please come pick up, and it's now cleaned up. And then she asked her to call the person who made the complaint to say what action was taken,
Good.
and then consider it closed. So that I didn't handle it, she took care of it, which was appropriate in this case. So the other 2 sites remain open cases.
Yeah. Although I did see the RV disappear, or is it back tonight?
The
It's
one
been there every day I've
at
gone by.
248?
It was gone.
There was
one
2
day.
RVs.
It was gone one day.
Okay.
The one in the front, I don't think is moved.
The awning is out and it's
Yeah.
all set up, and there's a little
Yeah.
grill out there by it. And, yeah.
Okay.
But there was another one even further
There was
back.
one further back,
There's 2. There's 2 RVs
but you
sitting
can't
there.
tell
I
if
hate to
anybody's
see what's
living
at the
there.
top of the hill.
Yeah, I
yeah.
understand.
I'll have to go up and,
There was another Gardner Road site that we had on our active list for a while, and it's slowly getting cleaned up.
Are
The
they
pickup
planning on
truck is
selling it?
gone. I don't know. So it's not on the list anymore because it's very slow, but things are slowly getting cleaned up at this other site on Gardner Road. They said they would take action. They were going through a divorce, and it's slowly happening. So it's no longer on the list because they're making progress. Any new business that anybody's aware of? Let's see if there's anything else in here.
Do you want me to stop by the senior center someday and check on that AED stuff?
Oh, yes, that would be wonderful.
They're usually there on a Thursday, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's the day that seniors can pick up
Okay.
eggs that Country Hen donates.
although she just asked me to order 2 more.
Who did?
I did. Under which grant?
FEP.
FEP. Yes.
2 more AEDs?
AEDs. One for the Board of Health and
Another one, in whatever office.
might need one.
Okay. Yeah, I had heard the school, the Hubbardston Central School, has an AED that hooks up electronically to the company, and the company keeps track of if it's still
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
if it's
interesting.
good and everything. So like the nurse, normally we have to go daily and check and make sure the battery is okay and everything's all
So
set
it's
to go.
The AEDs.
It
Needs
hooks
to go
right
under
up,
business.
and the company
new?
notifies you.
Yeah.
New
Oh, that's
slash
Yeah,
old.
it's like sends a
That's
signal.
new slash old.
And I'm like, man, that's an awesome thing. I
So
had
she's
no
gonna check
idea
on
the school
Thursday?
had that.
But the new item is that
As long as they're checking it, as long as
Oh,
they look
that
for the little
grant?
blinking
Yes.
What is
lights
it?
out.
Set to?
Yeah, but I mean, if the company's keeping track of it, all the better, right?
Yeah.
What's that grant that you just said gets the AEDs?
FEP is offering something called
PHEP.
EAT. PHEP.
is
PH-
the,
Public Health Emergency Preparedness.
and they were
It's a-
offering
And they were offering something off EAT. Now, I don't know what EAT stands for.
emergency something.
Yeah. And so
Actions.
it's a list of equipment that you can, that if you want to get it, you can. Everything from laptops to AEDs to all kinds of stuff.
And I thought that we as a department don't have one for our emergency preparedness. We don't have an AED, so I asked, and I thought if the seniors doesn't work out, it wouldn't hurt to ask for a second one.
Yeah.
So
Does it come with pads and batteries and
Philips
everything?
and, yep, and I ordered backup battery and I
Nice.
put it on my wish list anyway, let's put it
Yeah.
that way.
Good.
So, and I went through all the paperwork, had to write a letter with all of that information on town. And so, anyway, it took me a little bit, but, it took me a couple days, but I did it. And we'll see if they grant it.
Right. So, yeah, if you get emails for that kind of thing or through any nursing information you get or anything like that, just bring it to our attention. We'll try and take advantage of what grants might be out there to make sure we have a little bit of everything for emergency preparedness. So, okay. Turnovers, receipts, there aren't any here. I expected to see, I will have to go over with Gabby that she needs to present a list to us at each meeting of the receipts of money that came in. Obviously, since we passed a permit, he had to pay a fee for the permit, so that should be on a turnover that we get at our meeting. So we'll have to work on that some more. Okay?
Has Mallory been able to work with her at all?
I did call Mallory. She was going to come in yesterday from 4 to 6 and work with Gabby. I was hoping to talk with Gabby at the meeting tonight. I'm not sure why she's not here. because we encouraged her to, and have approved to pay for her to come to learn our activities more, and she's not here. But I did not receive an email saying she wasn't coming. So, so we'll see what's up. I'm not sure if Mallory came or not. I'm going to guess that she did, just because now the permits have the proper little stamp and stuff on it, which Gabby was not doing before. So my guess is yes, but we'll find out. Okay, any other unexpected items? Any other subjects we need to talk about that you can think of? Trying to keep things rolling along here. Oh, I do have one. Meeting dates for November. So the 8th is election, so we cannot have a meeting on the 8th.
Oh, okay.
And the 22nd is 2 days before Thanksgiving. So I'd like to propose that we just have one meeting in November on the 15th. Would that work for everybody?
No.
It doesn't work for you, I know, you're
I don't
off.
think it's gonna.
Yes.
It's my birthday.
I could maybe hop
Oh,
in
is it-
with my walker.
You mean it for sure? Or no?
Yes.
Okay. So,
No, that is
all right, we're down to 3 possible. The other thing we could do is meet on November 10th, potentially, the Thursday, the 10th, instead of, not work for anybody?
No, I got a meeting that night.
All right.
15th is-
The
Or,
15th is fine.
or we just go to Tuesday, November 22nd, the 4th Tuesday of the month.
Is there
It's 2 days
school
before
on the
Thanksgiving.
23rd?
Yeah, half a day usually.
Well, the
Either
10th,
of those are fine.
the 10th is
or
good for
23rd.
me. That's,
The
No.
10th.
or the 22nd, but the 10th is, that's okay.
I was just trying to have one like smack dab in the
Yeah.
middle.
So why wasn't the 15th? Oh,
It
is
would
your
just be the
birthday?
3 of us. You,
It's my
you
birthday.
and I.
Okay.
And
Judy
two
won't be
two
there.
absentees.
Okay,
I mean, we can do it then.
I mean, the 22nd's okay, I guess.
Yeah, I know. It's a busy time too.
Sometimes your schedule's busier than mine. What about the 17th?
Yeah,
How about Thursday the 17th?
yeah, that's
Sort
good.
of a compromise in between everything?
And that's right smack in the middle of the month too.
It is. Okay. All right, well, we'll try for,
Is that good for you?
is that okay
Yeah.
with you, Bridget?
17th is
Thursday,
good for you.
November 17th?
Yeah, I don't
To
know.
record the meeting?
No, really.
Okay.
right.
All right, so we will,
I'm a question mark, but
that's
Maybe
okay.
maybe coming on Zoom.
Sure.
I think we tried that once from here and
Yeah,
we didn't,
services
it didn't work.
So our meeting date will be November, I gotta write this one down myself so I don't mess up. 17th.
So that tower that's almost completed there, that's just for EMS services for the town, correct?
That
Yes,
is my
that is
understanding,
the
yes.
Regional,
Yes,
it's
it
the
is not-
state
Yeah.
building a tower for the
For
regional
EMS.
dispatch in Rutland.
Yeah.
Right now,
Because
that's
from
all
what I
it is.
hear, the volunteer, like firefighters and everybody, EMTs in town can't all get the signal.
Oh,
Well,
Right, as it is right now, they
it's-
can't all get service to get that signal. So if something goes on and they're not getting it, no one's showing up for your emergency. So that's why it was really important that they get that up.
Yeah, it's taller than it was last week, so it's going up.
Yeah, it's going up. So there's a lot of people in town that are confused and they think it's like Verizon, T-Mobile, Sprint. They think it's
Yeah, I know.
for
I've seen
cell
it on
phones, and it's
Facebook.
not. And people don't get it.
The
They're
other
like,
one that's
no.
going in down here on Main Street, that is a cell phone tower.
Yeah, but it's not going in.
Oh, it's
Well-
not, oh, it's not?
Not as it stands right now.
Oh, well, anyway,
I have no idea.
but the one up here on Gardner Road is specific police,
Yes.
fire, dispatch.
The one on
Yeah.
Main Street, I think, was approved by the planning board, but not approved by the zoning
Oh, okay.
So there's stuff going on. Okay,
You need a cell tower.
we do. We need a cell tower.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, we absolutely
Standing
do.
out in the
It's-
middle of the driveways.
Yeah, the top of my driveway is the only place you get service.
Yeah.
Turning the
Nuts.
cell phone one direction or other
Yeah.
in the kitchen so you have reception. Yes.
Yeah, it's nuts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I wish, maybe down the road, they'll start putting other towers on that tower, the one up here,
Oh, right.
but not right now. Now that it's just, this
Yeah,
was supposed to be,
I didn't
this
know
was
if
supposed to
this-
be a year or two ago. but I-
Yeah.
Didn't the cell phone service stuff interfered with the EMS signals that are going out? No?
They're
There's no
different, no,
interference?
they're different bands,
Yeah,
Okay.
different frequencies.
she's the expert on that.
Not an expert.
Well, that's what she used to do with for a living.
Well, it would be really nice if we could get some service.
All right, so then I would like to adjourn the open meeting to go into executive session at 7:54 PM. That clock is not correct.
No, it is not.
So, all right, thanks.